What's going on, guys? Picking up right where we left off in our Ionic memory game, and today we're going to be adding a few different screens to the project. So we're going to have a loading screen to give the player a few seconds before the game starts, just like that. We give them 3 seconds. We're also going to have a timer, so they have a total of 60 seconds to complete all the cards, and I'll go ahead and play here really quick so you guys can understand the other screens. We're also gonna be adding a lose and a win screen, so you can see I just lost over here, and if we had won we would have displayed a you win screen. And yeah, that's basically what we're gonna be implementing today, so let's get to it. So this is where we had left off. We have the level 1 and we can click and we can actually go ahead and match the cards. They disappear, but that's about it. There's no further screens, there's nothing for loading the game, there's no win conditions or anything of that sort. It just immediately restarts. So let's jump into adding these screens. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna need is a lot of variables to control all of these screens. So let's jump right into the code right after we export our class here, and let's start adding these new variables. The first one is gonna be game state, and we don't really need to do any values to them at this moment. We'll get into that in a little bit. So then we're gonna need a start game variable. We're also gonna need a countdown variable, and I think it would help if I added a few comments here. Keep track of current game state. For start game, we'll set to false to display intro. Countdown, let's show 3-second countdown. Alright, then we're gonna do total time, how long the player has to win, shown time, and we're gonna use this to show the time in a string format. Then we also gonna need a count time, so this is basically gonna be the time while the game is still playing. And we're gonna need 2 more for timers, so let's have one called enter time, and this is gonna be the interval for the timer. So we'll write timer 1 second for in-game tracking, and we'll do a enter count. Alright, another timer for in-game counter. Alright, so these are the first few variables we're gonna need, and probably all of them for now. Now we have to go inside of our restart game function, and yeah, basically we can just copy this, and over here we're actually gonna add some values to these. Now we're gonna replace the public with this, so you can just copy that and do this for all of them, so we can give them specific values. Alright, just like that. And now we're gonna set the game state to load like that, and start game will set to false initially. Then the countdown, we're gonna do 3 seconds, so if you want to do more you can change that over here. Total time is gonna be 60. I think if you want to do like a level that's more difficult, you could do like 2 minutes or whatever. Shown time, we're gonna do 0. and the enter count is gonna be no. Alright, so basically we're gonna want to reset these right at the beginning. Got everything lined up. Oh yeah, this timer here we're not gonna need, so let's get rid of that. That's gonna be a separate timer. So yeah, now let's jump into the next part. Alright, so once we call the restart game function and we set all of the values that we're gonna need for the game to run, we're gonna need a timeout to tell the game, hey, in 3 seconds we're gonna have to set the game mode to play. Alright, so let's start our timeout here like that, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna change this dot start game. We're gonna set it to true. Actually start the game, and we're gonna have to change the game state to init. Alright, which is basically short for initialize. So we'll do like init like that. Game has been initialized. Cool. And now for the time, we're basically gonna take the this.countdown and multiply it by 1000, which is a second. Alright, so yeah, this is gonna be how we change these variables to actually start the game. And now we're gonna need a timer to subtract 1 second and display it on screen. Alright, so let me put some comment here. This will subtract 1 from countdown start time. Cool. So let's set our enter count variable to control this interval. So we'll do it like that. Alright, and the time for this is gonna be every 1000 milliseconds or whatever that is. So we'll do if this dot countdown is less than 0, clear interval. Alright, this dot enter count. So basically once we are done with the countdown, we're just gonna go ahead and clear this interval we've created. Okay, otherwise this dot countdown, we're gonna subtract 1 and we're gonna display this on screen. This is gonna be the 3, 2, 1 that they're gonna be seeing on screen before actually getting to play the game. So we do also have to set this to no, just to be safe, and we need one more timer, and this last timer will be the one to keep track of the 60 seconds the player will have to complete all the cards. So let's leave a comment for that here. Track of time once the game starts. Alright, and let's go ahead and do another timeout, and let's open it up like that, and we'll do this dot countdown times, let's do 1000, and let's add a few extra milliseconds in there just for good measure. And now the code we're gonna need inside of this is, we'll do this dot enter time, which is the other timer variable we set up here to keep track of the game. Where is it? Yeah, right here. So this dot enter time equals set interval. So we have an interval inside of the timeout, since once we reach this time, the player basically has lost the game. Alright, but while the player still has not lost the game, we're going to be updating the screen with the amount of time they have to complete the cards. So we open another timeout here. Okay, and we'll do the interval every 1000 seconds. All right. Now we're gonna do if this dot count time is greater or equal to this dot total time, then the player has lost the game. So we're gonna need a lose function for that. We're gonna call it loseCon, which stands for lose condition. All right. And if this dot game state equals init, then we're gonna go ahead and execute this code over here, and basically we're gonna add 1 to the count time. All right, add 1 second to counter, and now we need to convert the time into minutes and seconds. Even though we're not going to have minutes for this game, it makes sense to set it up so that it gets automatically converted into minutes and seconds as well. So we're going to do math.floor, and we'll do this dot total time minus this dot count time, like that, and we'll divide it by 60, right? 60 seconds. And then for seconds, we'll do this dot total time minus this dot count time, and we'll subtract the minutes and multiply it by 60. Okay, just like that. And finally, we have to set the shown time, which is the actual string format to display on screen for the player. We'll do minutes to string, like that, and then we'll add it like this, and we'll add the seconds to string. All right, yeah, just like that. Yeah, that looks good. So minutes to string, seconds to string. Now if the game is not on the init mode, then basically we're gonna clear the interval. It's that enter time, yep, and we're gonna set it to null. Alright, so these are the 3 timeouts and intervals that we need to keep track of time, and I guess we can go ahead and create this function just so there's no errors. So lose condition, and we'll just keep it blank for now. Do lose condition and leave it blank like that. Alright, you know what, since we know how the game state variable is going to control the game, I guess we can just do this dot game state equals to lose, and that's basically gonna display the lose screen. Alright, now in order to test our countdown, we need to add some code into our HTML page to display the countdown. So let's head over here, and in the main IN row here, we're gonna add a condition, and it's gonna be ng if and start game. So if start game is set to true and the game state equals init, then we're gonna go ahead and display all the cards and stuff just like you see here on the screen. Alright, otherwise we're gonna need a loading screen. So yeah, let's add a loading screen over here. So we're gonna do a div, and I guess we can do a little comment here, show loading screen, like that. Keep everything organized. So let's open this up, and we're gonna add a line break. We'll put some comments here, match all the cards to win. Close that up. You have a total of, we'll put that bold and we'll show the life, user life. Tries, you have a total of X tries. Then we'll do another line break and we'll put start in. Then here we can change the color of the text. So we'll do color, we could do like a red, so we'll do CC 0000 and we'll make the font size a little bit bigger, so let's do like 24. Alright, and we can do count down, and that's the variable that is controlling our countdown time. And yeah, so that's basically it. Now let's see if it is already working. So if we press here, oh yeah, I should add a center just like that, and let's try it out. Okay, so we do have the countdown, but you can see this is not getting removed from the screen. So we're gonna have to add a condition here, ng if start game. So only if start game is false that we're gonna display this screen. So let's save it and run it again. Let me go back. There we go. You have a total of 4 tries. Boom, and it's working. So it does look a little bit weird because we still have this text here and this text, but we're gonna get rid of that later on. Well, at this point I think it makes sense to probably edit this, which is the debug text and the user life. We can make this look better and only show this once we're actually in play, and the debug text is, you know, we're not gonna need it anymore at this point. So let's go on. We're gonna do a condition here and we're gonna do start game. So if start game is set to true and the game state is set to init, then we're gonna go ahead and display this. So let's go ahead and do a line break, and we'll do a ion row followed by a ion column. We'll do size 9. We can close these up over here. We're gonna need another column like that. Cool. So in this first column here, we're gonna say you have, and we'll put the lives, but let's make the life like a, I don't know, like a green color or something. So we'll do color 00 cc 00, and we'll do the font 24. We'll keep it 24, I guess, to show like a bigger emphasis on that specific text. And we'll just copy this over here, put it there, then we can close it. Oh, I didn't write lives or tries, whatever. You have this tries, and we can remove this now, and this as well. Alright, cool. Now we should also display the time over here, and let me copy this here. We'll do, this could be red like that, so that's a red color, and we'll just display the actual time they have left. So that's gonna be shown time, which is our time in a string format. Now let's see if it's working. So it shows the countdown. You have 4 tries. Oh, yeah, let's put this span over here, and we forgot to close our paragraph here, so let's save that. So the countdown looks better now. But our shown time is still not working. So let's take a look why the shown time is not being displayed properly. So what do we have wrong here? Oh, we have a typo. Of course, it's always... Alright, so let's save that and let's try it again. Countdown, and boom, there's our time now. We have the 60 seconds, and yeah, if we don't get the cards right in 60 seconds, you're gonna go ahead and lose the game. Now let's move on to the other screens we have to work on. So let's say we want to add a screen for when the player loses the game. Let's do that right here. Show lose screen. It's always good to leave some comments so we know exactly what that block of code is doing. Now we're gonna start another div, and let's put the conditions right away. So we're gonna do if game state equals lose, then we know they have lost the game, and we're gonna align that to the center. And let's already close this. Okay, we can do this, copy that, do a blank line here. We're gonna say you have, let's copy the span, we'll do the red one. You have lost this one. We'll add some more text. Would you like to try again? Alright, and then we can add another blank line here, and let's put a button. So we'll do ion button size large. Alright, and we'll do color danger, which is basically red, and once they click that, we can do the restart game function. Alright, so let's close this. Let's put a ion icon, which there's a lot of cool icons to, we'll do the repeat one, but there's a lot of cool ones that you can find on their documentation. And let me do a few blank spaces here, and we'll say try again, and then we can close the button. Alright, so this is going to be the lose screen. So let's save it and let's see. Let's lose the game here on purpose. We're gonna let the time run down, and we're gonna see if it triggers the lose screen once the timer goes down. So I'm gonna speed this up, and I'll see you in a few seconds. Alright, there we go. This is our lose screen. You can see it says you have lost this one. Would you like to try again? And let's try clicking here to play another game. Boom, and right back into the countdown, and we can already start a new game. So far it is going pretty smooth. Now we should add a windscreen. So let's do it right up here. We'll do show windscreen, and of course we're gonna need to do another div. Do ng if game state equals win, and then of course we're gonna align it to the center. So let's close that right away, and we're gonna do, you know what, we're gonna do kind of the same thing for now. We're gonna copy this code right here. There's not gonna be much different. We'll just do like a green color here. So 00 cc, you have won this one. Would you like to play again? And we'll keep a play again button here. And yeah, this is gonna be pretty much our win screen. It's really the same thing as the lose screen for now, and then later we can add some images and other things of that sort. Alright, at this point we have to go back into the script and add a win condition. All right, so right about here we can do win condition, and we can call it wincon, like that. And we're gonna do a variable called winCheck, and we're gonna set it to false. All right, now if you remember, basically the way the cards work is we have this array of cards where they're basically gonna be set to -1 every time we match the cards. So all we have to do for the win condition is make a loop that goes through every card, and if every card is still -1, then we have won the game. So let's put some comments here. If at least one or more cards have not been solved, then user hasn't won yet. Okay, and we're gonna do this var 1 equals 0, while 1 is less than the cards array length. We're gonna do I++, and if this dot cards, so basically we're gonna check for the card in that position. If the value is different than -1, then we can set the winCheck equals to true. Okay, so that's basically it. And if winCheck is false, player has won the game. So we're gonna do if winCheck equals false, then we can go ahead and set the game state to win. All right, and that basically means we have won the game. Now let's actually try to win one of these to see if we can get this game to show the right screen. Oh, we got it. No way I just won this. But it didn't show the screen. Oh, that's right. That's because we have to add the check for the win condition in our main card selecting function, right? So we can put it right here. If the cards match, at the end of it, we can do this dot win condition, like that. But now we gotta win again, which, you know, I'm not the best at these memory games, but we'll try it out. Ooh, that's a good start. Strawberry, purple, peach, peach, apple, okay, purple, apple, apple, strawberry, strawberry, pear, and pear. Oh, you have won this one. Would you like to play again? Not really, but I'll test the button out. Works. So yeah, we are almost done. We just have a few more things to add to it. Alright, so let's go back here into the HTML. We already did pretty much all the work for this part, but if you notice, we have this ion row here, and I actually prefer to do a div over here as well, and then we can just align it to center, and we can get this and cut it like that, and we'll put it here, and we can close it, and we'll close the div down here as well, like that. And let me go ahead and do a tab so it's properly indented. Yeah, and this text over here, I think we can just get rid of it like that, and we'll take this and put it over here instead of this. Yeah, like that, not there. And we can add it over here as well, like that. Let's see if we need it anywhere else. I don't think so. So now we have the main cards inside of the div. Now I think one last thing we're missing is we need to have a lose condition for when the user runs out of lives, right? So instead of just restarting the game, we should just do this dot lose condition, like that, and we'll do the function, and let's see if it works. We're gonna try it out here on the game. So if we run out of tries, it should display the lose screen. I got the purple, I got the green. Ooh, this one was here. Yep, peach, peach. I know I'm supposed to try to lose, but it's like, I did lose. Yeah, so there we go. This is the lost screen, and it did work. So we already have the lose screen, we have the win screen, and the countdown, along with some other functionality. That's gonna be it for part 3, and we're gonna be back for the next part to hopefully wrap this up. So I'll see you guys next time.